Hello, so we are on day 5 of tracking my goals, but I really want to start with a lesson when it comes to thinking about goals. And so when I think and plan my goals, I really focus on three things. What is the deadline? Meaning, when am I going to get it done so that I can actually have a plan in place that makes it realistic for me to get it done? And so I feel like a lot of people have this like weird feeling with deadlines because they don't want to commit to deadlines. But honestly, like if the goal is important to you, you need a deadline to hold yourself accountable to. So for me, I have an internal deadline of when I want to hit my goals and what I'm going to do to get there. And then the second thing when it comes to goals is what are the resources that I'm going to need to get there. And so this is more so of like, what do I need to buy? What do I need to invest in order for it to make it easier for me to hit and track towards my goals, right? And so I really like this question of like, what are the resources? Because it's also serving as a really good filter in terms of not only what do I need, but what is it that I don't need, right? And if you're that someone who is feeling like you have shiny object syndrome and you want to invest in the latest new tool or the latest new trend, all those things, I think it's really important for you to be very clear as to what the goal is and what is the deadline towards that goal, because then you can actually subtract all the things that actually don't get you to your goal faster. So that's really important. And then the third thing that I think about when I think of goals is like, what is the strategy? And so this can be the plan, but there's this other aspect where it kind of goes into resources as well, is like, who do I need to go to or who do I need to speak to in order for me to hit that goal faster, right? Because it's easier to talk to someone who has been through what you've experienced rather than trying to throw spaghetti at the wall, right? And so, like, I always think to myself, like, do I need to join a community? Do I need to invest in a coach so that I can have the strategy to focus on the things that are actually going to help me get there, right? And so those are kind of like the lessons that I've learned when it comes to hitting my goals. But in terms of like what is the one thing that I've done in order to hit my goals today, to lose 20 pounds, I've been really good at taking my supplements and I pretty much have done really well with my calories tracking. I didn't do great on my protein intake today, but it's a weekend, so that's fine. And then when it comes to hitting 20K a month in business, I actually am so excited because I really mapped out like what are the offers that I'm going to sell through the year, what is it that I'm going to be focusing on, all those things. So I'm super excited to just really take the mental time to think through those. And then in terms of the last piece of having depth and nurture in my friendships and relationships, I had a really great day with my partner and just spending that quality time and also taking the time to just step away and just like have that time and make time for that. And so that is really great. And so, yeah, those are the things that I worked on today, and I'll see you in the next one.